Do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.
Hello, everybody. We're the Jollies, and we want to welcome you to the Jolley Marriage Show. I'm Dr. Willie Jolley, and this is
Dee.
And we're the authors of the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. Tonight, we're going to talk about finances, financial intimacy versus financial infidelity or misalignment. Okay?
That's much more pleasant.
All right. Well, let's get it on. Let's start talking. Before we talk about that tonight, I haven't even told you I'm going to talk about this. But before we do, I decided that I must make some comment about the racist comments that were made in a video that was posted on Truth Social. We've said this is unacceptable. And if it's unacceptable, you can't accept it as something that you just take as okay. I'll live with it. No, it's unacceptable. So I want to make sure I state for the record my disdain for racism, my disdain for people who treat other people poorly. And this whole incident makes me think back to my parents who lived through Jim Crow and segregation, who had
that's our parents' generation. My parents did too.
I had to sit on the back of the bus and endure those kind of nasty, racist memes and comments. And so I want to make sure I state it. I want to encourage everybody to voice their disdain for it to their congresspeople, their senators, write them a letter, call their office and say, this is not acceptable and there needs to be an apology. The president said it wasn't his fault because somebody's fault. It's somebody's fault. Somebody needs to say, I apologize. So it's not acceptable. So you're either going to be a decent person or you're going to be a racist. We know that we love everybody. Dee and I, we have friends of every color, every ethnicity, and we never judge them by the color of their skin or their ethnicity or even their religious background. We got friends who didn't believe like we do, but we always treat them with respect. And so we feel it's important to acknowledge that. Okay, I've said what I had to say.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into the show today. So y'all know that my last two books are Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, that I wrote with this beautiful lady, and my latest book, Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better, that came out January the 1st and is just doing great. We hope you will go get some of the free chapters of Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better. But we decided to do a show that kind of mixed the two of them, love and money, love and money. And so that is how we've come to this point to talk about this. And thank you. Jerome Washington says, thank you so much for my comments. Well, you're welcome. And I think it's important. Anyway, and Speak Easy for Kids said, acknowledge. Thank you. Well, thank you. So we're going to talk about love and money and the fact that marriages break up typically for one of three reasons: sex, money, and communication. Those are three boulders that break up marriage. And so we're going to focus on the money part and how we can help people maybe not break up as a result of money. So let's talk about it. You want to talk about the issue that we're bringing to the table tonight?
Yes, and communication, money, and sex, but I think it's the subtleties of it that become complicated. So here's the problem that we have this evening, okay? And we said, I'm not, financial infidelity, that kind of brings to mind that maybe this person is actually hiding something intentional, doing something devious with the money. I don't quite see it that way, but here it is. We've both been married before.
Oh, here's the point that we got. This is not our story.
Here's the issue.
Here's the lesson or the issue. Someone said that we got the note.
They asked it specific.
All right, go ahead.
We've both been married before.
Got two married people who were both married before. Go ahead.
He's divorced with 4 kids. Now grown.
He divorced with 4 kids now, and now they're all grown.
Mm-hmm. I never had children.
She never had children.
Mm-hmm. They were teenagers when we married, and now they're in their late 20s.
We're grown folks.
We have one joint account. Bear that in mind. We have one joint account, and he manages the bills. I guess he pays the bills. The issue is he pays for all the holiday and vacation activities we take as a family. It was fine when the kids were teenagers and in college, but now they all work and starting to build their own family relationships away from us. But my husband still pays for all the kids to attend vacations and holidays if we travel together, if we do it together. The problem is we're in our late 60s and need to have saved more in our 401ks and maxed out our Roths. With a Roth, if your Roth is after-tax dollars, and anything that you earn in terms of interest is taxed free. There's no tax on that in perpetuity. And if you're over 65, I think, I'm not the financial advisor. If you're over 65, I think you get to contribute $8,000 as opposed to $7,000.
Okay. Hey, Myron, thank you so much for that comment. Thank you.
What did he say?
He said, God bless you too.
Oh.
Thank you.
They needed to save more. And so, of course, for those of us, and I think I can't say what age groups, because we kind of like have the whole spectrum of people who tune in. Yeah. But it is important to start saving and investing as young as possible. You don't have to save as much if you start earlier.
Well, we know
because the compounding interest. Let me finish.
But what happens if you later? That's where the problem is.
This is the problem here.
It's no problem if you start early, but it's the later.
But most of us start later.
Right.
Because we don't know.
Right.
We can't save more because that money goes to supporting the kids and their lifestyle. An annual meeting of a financial advisor. That's the problem right there. You got an annual meeting with your financial advisor?
You should have it more than that.
We meet at least once a quarter. At least quarterly, and sometimes more if I got an issue. Okay. Right. An annual meeting.
But I'll take the annual better than no meeting.
Meeting. Okay. An annual meeting with our financial advisor pointed out the financial shortfall that my husband said he would take care of last year. He has not done it.
Okay.
So he was supposed to make some financial adjustments. I want to separate my salary and just give him my half of the house expenses and save. Help.
So
I don't really know if we chose the right word, the topic, financial infidelity, because infidelity.
Well, what infidelity is hiding stuff, hiding money. That's financial infidelity, is not being honest with where your money. You've got hidden accounts. You've got hidden things, accounts. You got hidden.
He's not really hiding it. No. He didn't keep his word.
Yeah, he didn't. No, that could be a form of financial infidelity. He didn't keep his word that impacts her retirement.
Right.
Okay.
And the fact that, which we find in many couples household, where one person has a total responsibility for managing the money and the other person doesn't really know where all the details are. Right. So on a month-to-month basis of paying the bills, if she were involved in it at all, she would have known, wait. We're not saving enough. And I thought you said that you were going to fix this situation. So maybe he's not able to fix it. Anyway, so what are some suggestions? So a gentler way of looking at it, instead of saying infidelity, about misalignment of their resources.
Misalignment, maybe mismanagement. How's that?
Well, okay. I think you want to be very careful with because you are blending families.
Yeah.
And it could be also an emotional thing where he feels, I do want to help these kids. And you don't want the wife who didn't bear these kids to come across as being a wicked stepmom.
Well, let's first define what financial intimacy is.
Sharing everything about your money.
It is,
to me,
open, honest communication to build trust and security. Goes beyond sharing bank accounts to include sharing financial history, habits, fears, goals, without judgment, just sharing. Being vulnerable fosters stronger teamwork and reduces stress and makes you closer. That's financial intimacy. Okay? Now let's talk about
that is a real problem, because people will have physical sex before they'll talk about what their bank accounts and the credit score is.
That's exactly right. So let's talk about financial infidelity and what that means. Okay? Financial infidelity and what that means in relationships.
Okay.
Financial infidelity in marriage. Financial infidelity is the act of lying about, hiding, or manipulating money matters in a committed relationship, such as concealing debt, secret bank accounts, unauthorized spending. So that's why I wanted to define it, because this could fall into the financial infidelity, because she was told he would make up that difference, and he hasn't. Okay, now that we got a
but I would not be accusatory and say that he lied.
I wouldn't call it lying. He didn't make up the difference. He did
not adjust the budget, and perhaps he doesn't know how. So how do we get communication? We're married, on the same page. So you don't want to say, okay.
So what's the solution here?
Okay.
What's the solution?
Okay. The solution is to get, first of all, on the same page, which they did do initially when they went to the financial advisor, right?
Yes.
To get on the same page. But then she still left him to pay the bills on his own.
But no, not from what you
They
read.
have a joint account, and he manages the money.
But he's not paying the bills on his own. He's paying the bills. He's writing the check, but the money is half hers. Right. Or some of the money is hers.
Correct.
All right. So
let's change the dynamics.
So that goes the chat.
Let us do this together.
Let us do what together?
To pay the bills.
Okay, together. That's a good start. Okay.
And to figure out how to manage. Let's look at what's the goal here. The goal is the financial advisor has identified that you guys in your late 60s will have it going where you're going. You're going to have a shortfall, not enough money for retirement.
Okay.
So the issue is, how do we prepare so that there is enough money? We have to be aggressive now, because we're in our
but that's not the problem. That's not the problem. The core problem is that he is paying for his grown children's bills.
But I'm not disagreeing.
Let me finish. And he has not gotten buy-in from his wife to do so. He's making a unilateral decision for his children, his 4 children.
Well, there is some buy-in if during the course of the raising of these
but
to adults.
It's not buying now.
Okay,
but it's not buying now.
But they have not discussed it.
Well, it's obviously discussed. He said he was going to make up the difference, and he has not done that. So what she wants to do is she really wants him to stop paying for them. And that's what I heard. Yes. She wants him to stop paying for his grown children.
But that's a delicate situation.
Hold on. Let's just talk what the deal is. The deal is, one, she's putting money into the household account, one account. And they have not maxed out or taken full advantage of their retirement. They're behind the 8 ball. They're behind in the process. They need to catch up. He's taking money that should be going to retirement, paying for these grown folks to go on vacation with them. And she said, I'm not feeling it. And she brought it to his attention. He said, I'll make up the difference. I'll make it up. But he hasn't done it.
He doesn't have a plan. See,
I don't know if he has a plan. It ain't working.
So we want to focus on how do we prepare for retirement. That requires some adjustment with the finances.
Okay. Now,
so I would not focus on stop paying for your grown kids. I've been a step parent. It's a very delicate situation because sometimes whatever you do, it comes out wrong. So I would not focus on stop paying for these grown folks. I would focus on how do we prepare and get ready for our lives as it changes, because research also says that you end up spending as much or more in retirement, because a lot of times that's when illnesses start. Medications are more. There are a lot of other things going on that you have to prepare for.
There is a school of thought that you give your inheritance to your children while you're alive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you could earmark X amount of money that would have gone to inheritance for the annual trip.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But that's a conversation between a husband and wife.
So what we're saying initially is that we have to agree as to what the goal is.
Yes.
So the goal is not stop paying for your grown kids to go on vacation. The goal is how do we save more money for our retirement? And once we focus on that, then, and if there's no new monies, the amount of the monthly salaries are the same, then the adjustment has to come from these extra things. Does
Correct.
That make sense?
Yes.
And it's not, and in that case, it's not really a negative thing of saying, stop paying for your kids. So you could have an adjustment in the putting more money into the 401k
mm-hmm.
and into your individual Roth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where the money is coming from? Well, we can't do everything. So maybe there should also be a budget for family vacations.
Yeah.
And the conversation. I mean, we did family vacation. We had the Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, we did. But over the years, we've done family vacations and individual vacation. We took kids on a family vacation to the beach every year. We paid for. I often pay for the 2 out of 3 kids, long distance, to give their travel to come to Christmas. And this year I took my granddaughter mm-hmm. with me to the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. Now, how did we do that without it being a problem? We have the 3-pot. They got the 1-pot. They need the 3-pot.
So here's another suggestion. Instead of putting all the money into 1 pot, household account, which we have, and we each have individual account.
I'm on her account. She's on my account.
When I say we, the individual accounts, we have our name, and we can see, because online, all of our stuff is there for us to see. and we're beneficiaries on each other's accounts. But I don't tell you how to spend your
That's exactly right.
Willie Jolley money,
That's right.
and you don't tell me how to spend my Dee Jolley money.
That's correct. You spend it on Liam. I don't tell you how to do that. Little grandbaby every week. Little grandbaby new stuff every day.
You have such a propensity for exaggeration.
Okay. Every day is something new. Something new in this house. We got rocking chairs. We got hobby horses. Anyway, but that's her money. Okay. And I took my granddaughter to Bahamas. And I paid for my daughter's travel here for Christmas. A travel home.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we don't argue about it. We've never had an argument about that because we set it up early. And we've done it and stayed with it.
So instead of the one pot, you need to have 3 pots.
3 pots. Yours, ours, hers. Or his, hers, ours.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then also specifically looking at how much do we need financial advisor to add to our 401k and our Roth so that we're in good shape when we choose to stop working.
Yeah. Right. Money Matters, chapter 9, chapter 10.
So one other thing.
Count the Cost, Money Matters, chapter 10. Everybody should get the book and read chapter 10 who has a relationship.
Let the numbers speak as opposed to the emotions. That's why I didn't want to go down the path of stop funding your grown kids' vacations.
That could be. You're right. That was why.
That's negative.
Even though it is
don't go
something that could be said, it's not maybe best not to be said.
Oh, because it's emotional.
It could be said, but
what are we saying? What are they saying? Good evening. Hi.
Best not to be said and not to dwell on.
Some things don't need to be said.
I agree with you.
If we focus on the numbers, oh my God, I need to figure out how to contribute $1,000 more a month
to catch up
to my 401k, right. Which means if I'm contributing that to my 401k, then that means that's reducing my salary. I mean, my take home money, right?
Right. Yeah. But if you got the 3 pot, it works out because you make the household arrangements.
So we're going So we got to be tight with the household, which is we're each contributing.
Well, it's budgeted. Here's the budget
for those household expenses.
Here's the budget for that, and then he can say, "Well, I want to take some of my money, and pay for my." Okay, your money. Do what you want. Okay.
Yes.
All right. We got to go off of this because we got to talk about something very exciting, and we only got a few minutes to tell y'all about it. So, Valentine's Day is this Saturday, the 14th, and my beautiful bride and I. We're together on Saturday past. And I said, what do you want to do for Valentine's Day? It's actually on Saturday. And she said, I don't want to spend a lot of money.
No, I said I don't want to spend any money. That's what I said.
And she said, I don't want to go to a fancy restaurant.
And why did I say that?
Because you don't really like food. Okay, that's right. Let's call it what it is. Anyway, I said, well, what do you want to do?
No.
Let me get to the point. I'm trying to get to the point. Don't go into the dividends and datas. And so I said I have an issue with Valentine's Day because it's so commercialized. And every day is Valentine's Day to me. Yes, it is.
Because of how you treat me.
Yes.
So therefore, I don't have the need for you to spend monies on flowers.
Let me tell y'all something. Flowers. This has been a conversation for 44 years. Every year for 40. Now, we've been married 40. Those first 4 years we were dating, year dating, don't buy me anything for Valentine's Day. Oh, don't buy.
The first time that was because I didn't know if you were going to be around that day. Just tell the truth, Shane. I didn't know
if I was going to make it.
If you were a keeper or not. And then after that,
so this conversation, so we get into the crux of the matter. So I said to her Saturday, well, then look, you don't want to go out. why don't we have a pop-up webinar to help people and to be a blessing as well as to make a few dollars on this? She said, that's a great idea. Let's do that. So we decided that this Saturday we're going to have a webinar. We think we're going to do it at 5 o'clock Eastern time, so people get in for 90 minutes, 5 to 6:30. A webinar the webinar is how to the 10 steps to make your love life better. 10 simple steps to make your love life better. So put in the chat, would that be of interest to anybody here in both the IGN and the other Facebook and LinkedIn? And would that be of interest to y'all? 10 simple steps as a webinar to make your love life better. Okay, yeah, they're coming in. Okay. And second, what time would be better for you if you were going to attend something like this? What would it be better for you in the morning? Well, no, we're not going to do morning because we both got busy schedules in the morning. Would it be better like 2 o'clock or 5 o'clock for 90 minutes? Put your thoughts in real quick. Give us some feedback here. We're trying to see what you think. What would be better if, in your mind, for a webinar, 90 minutes to talk about 10 simple steps to make your love life
Do they get to participate
better.
too?
Huh?
Do they get to participate too?
So what do you know? A webinar is not. They can put stuff in the chat, but it's not.
It's not a Zoom.
No, it's not.
That's what I'm thinking of.
No.
Zoom. Okay.
Anybody got any comments? Anybody got any thoughts? Give us your thoughts. Okay, so here's what we want you to do. If you're interested, we gonna have a modicum, very menial price, $49. That's it, $49 for access. And what you could do is go to. She gave me the website is jolleymarriage.com/love. jolleymarriage.com/love to register. All right. So that's this Saturday, the 14th. We're still debating on the time, whether it's 2 to 3:30 or 5 to 6:30. I want y'all's input on that. What would work better for you, your schedule? Just tell me what you think. And then go to jolleymarriage.com/love. I'm leaning toward 5 o'clock. Right after my XM show. My XM show is 4 to 5 on channel 141, by the way. Everybody should tune into that. Channel 141, Saturday. And it re-airs, by the way, on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6. So you can listen to a really good show this week. And I'm really excited about it. So tomorrow night at 6 and then Thursday night at 6. So what do y'all think about this idea? Okay? Our time is up. So we want to thank you for yours. Again, as I started at the beginning of this show, I am beyond upset about the meme that was posted on Truth Social, about the Obamas, because it doesn't just speak to the Obamas, it speaks to all people of color. And it reminds me of the hurtful, painful things my parents went through back in the 40s and 50s. Well, 30s, 40s, 50s. My mom used to talk about how painful it was when she was on the train. She was from the North. She's from DC and Philadelphia. But when she went to visit her relatives down south and had to get on the back of the train when she got to Richmond. Mm-hmm. My father used to talk about how painful it was to, as a newspaper correspondent, well-dressed and be in the South to cover the activities in the southern states, and some old boy in overalls, we'll call him a boy, burned him up, and he couldn't do anything, say anything. And they had pictures of apes and monkeys and all sorts. This is just unacceptable, and I'm not going to be quiet about it. And I'm going to talk about it on my XM show this week too. And I don't talk about politics typically. Desiree Matthew said, "We're having a great idea. You have a 6 p.m. dinner reservation on Valentine's Day. Okay, webinar is a great idea, but we have a dinner reservation in the evening. Okay, that's good. That's good intel. So we need to know that. So would it be better to do it in the afternoon, like around 2 o'clock? Maybe other people.
At 4:30.
Well,
you said that's your.
Well, I don't have. I'm not going to be on live on my. Well, maybe 2 or 3 o'clock. Gladys, we are unavailable. Take into consideration that some people will be going out to dinner around 6. And yes, Trump needs to go. He also uninvited Governor Moore to the governor's dinner. And that's the only black governor. This is just pure racism. And it's wrong. Blatant racism is wrong. It's wrong. If you don't speak out about it, it keeps getting.
Congressman.
It keeps being.
We need to encourage our Congress people.
I want everybody, to speak up and have the courage. It's only two positions. Either decent people say it's wrong, and I'm going to at least speak up, and who say, well, then that's that's an acceptance.
Well, it gets worse.
It does.
It will get worse.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. So maybe we'll do. We've had 2 people who say 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock does not work because most people they want to get out early and have dinner. So maybe we have a webinar like 2 o'clock to 3:30. Well, let's try that. I think that would be better. Okay, so they can come, the 2 of them, then they could get dressed and go out. But they could get some enhancement. We'll try that. All right, that's it for us.
To go home with. Huh?
Hey, some good tips. 10 simple steps.
2 to 3:30. Is that what you're saying?
To make your love life better. Yeah, 2 to 3:30. I think that could work, particularly in these cold days with people in the house. Okay, we'll stay tuned. We'll be sending out emails or social media about it. Have a great day. Be blessed. Thank y'all for your input. Thank you for your kindness. We got 2 Pembertons on tonight, Myron and Gladys. Aww. Sister and brother-in-law and sister-in-law of each other.
Thank you, guys.
Let's go.
Your time with us.
Hey, Greg Kozera is here. Have a fun week, everybody. Have a great week. Here we go. Music to go out on.
And stay warm, please.
Stay warm.
Oh my goodness.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.